Nope, I'm all set with that. I'm all set with that. That's good. Yep, that's good. We can rock with that and go from there. Yeah, and we're good with sound. I was looking for. You had a Lamar touchdown. What do you got from the Chiefs? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. All right, I'm just saying hi to a couple people on YouTube as we get this going. I want to check my levels once with me talking. JT123, we're live from home today. The Brick Casa. Here we go. In for Christopher Mad Dog Russo. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hope everybody I'm talking to these guys now, I'll jump out. Hope everybody had a nice Christmas. First day of Hanukkah last night. Here's what I'm doing. I got a lot to say in the first 20 minutes. This is my Mad Dog show that I'm filling in for Christopher Mad Dog Russo. Doggy, the acclaimed, famed Christopher Mad Dog Russo. I'm also on tomorrow, 3 hours earlier, and that'll be 9 to noon Pacific, noon to 3. So I'll stream. I like to stream the first 20 minutes or so because you can't hear the sound in the callers as it's coming out of New York. You'll get me. I got a lot to say on Netflix. I want you to put here in the chat what you think of the Netflix broadcast. Yes, I thought Beyonce was magnificent. No politics here, just the performance. Chiefs are destroying everybody. The Houston Texans look like garbage. Steelers can't beat anybody really good. And what about the NBA in the chat? I want to know if you watched the NBA like I did later in the day. And I didn't watch much of it early in the day. I'll get into that in the monologue and all that. All right, let's go over our sound again. Let me click on our YouTube, our stream, 037. 1 second here. Get on the Zoom. We got a lot of technology going today, and I'm not great with tech support, but I do have my wife in the next room. So, yeah, we're all good. Yeah. Yeah, they did last night. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm in the Zoom. I don't see anything. It's just black, so it might be the only one. Am I the only one in there? Oh, all right. Where is that at? Where's the end? Okay, that's the one I need to get into, but it's not active. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not good at highlighting and pasting. So, so do I hit C? Yeah. All right, text me the calls if we get one. I'm going to try to go without calls. Okay. Yep. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. If we get anything in there, text me if like someone really important calls in. Just text me in the group text, okay? I'm not going to get into the Zoom until after the monologue. Don't get in the picture. I have to click and paste this and then put it into the Zoom. So hold on. So I'm going to copy and paste that and put it in. Yeah. Thank you. I got to put that in the internet browser. Are you kidding me? In for the legendary Doggy, you got JT back to back. Today for Doggy, tomorrow in for Beetle and Decker. My other shows, man, I never slow down. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had an unbelievable Christmas holiday. Kicked off Hanukkah well. For everybody who listens to the Powerful 82, happy holidays as I'm coming to you, Brickmas, from my home in Summerlin, Nevada, about 9 miles from the Strip in Vegas. We're cleaning up. We had an unbelievable Christmas holiday. I hope you got what you wanted. I hope you gave more. And I hope everything's good because, wow, what a day today to talk sports. This is kind of feels like a Mount Rushmore topic day. And not every day is, but I love building topics and giving you the best of the best. We don't waste any time on this show, especially when I'm in for Doggy. It's a fast-paced show. It's faster than most that you listen to. If you want to get in, as I always say, sound off like you got a pair. 888-623-3646. You're going to hear my 20 minutes. After those 20 minutes, you're going to say, wow, I wish I heard them more. That's the best 20 minutes I heard. I'm going to go balls out today because sports is about balls. And whatever you want to hit on, just match my energy. Take the show and take it to the next level. We got great guests coming up. The analyst for the Kansas City Chiefs will join us coming up here in a little bit. And you know I don't like the Chiefs. I speak for millions and millions and millions of Americans that want the Chiefs to lose. I got the Chiefs analyst, Dan Hughes, on. Coming up, we have Dan Lieberfeld from Jets Confidential on Aaron Rodgers and his exit strategy. Yes, he needs an exit strategy from the New York Jets at Jet Life Stadium. And then Ryan Leaf, former NFL quarterback, elite college quarterback, very good talk show host. He'll join us at 5:35 Eastern. I'm in the Pacific time zone out west in Vegas. And quick reminder, we have it better than you out. We're out west. We're better just for sports because our sports come on earlier. They don't end at midnight. We get to do other things other than sit at home and watch sports all day when it gets dark. We can do a little bit more. So I got out today. I did a bunch. And again, thanks to Doggy and everybody for putting me in this spot as we're ready to go. Really, the big topic today in all of media is how did Netflix do? I'm a Netflix original subscriber. Yes, my mom used to steal my Netflix account so she could watch it in Long Island, New York. But now Netflix has scrubbed that, cleaned it up. I'm a stockholder of Netflix. I like Netflix. I like their documentaries. I like their movies. I like their programming. But oh boy, they got involved in football yesterday and everybody was panicking. Oh, are they going to screw it up? Is it going to buffer? Oh, because I was in Miami. I happened to be there for a football game when the Jake Paul Tyson fight was on. And that was a hot mess because the buffering wasn't perfect. It just wasn't great. I give Netflix overall, the broadcast, I give it a 9 out of 10. I like the play-by-play. I don't really care about most of the analysts. We'll get to that. The pregame show, oh boy, if you want to get into that, I was all right with that. There's people there that are working, and they beat out other people. The thing about the pregame shows, and I want to start with that with Netflix, because I thought the game was fine. I didn't have buffering issues. I thought the camera angles were better than Amazon. Did you hear what I said? It was a better broadcast than Amazon. Amazon, sometimes they got the great Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, who does mostly college football, and then he comes in and does the NFL. I thought that the sight lines, the camera work, the audio was better on Netflix and Amazon. There was a CBS broadcast. They took the CBS teams, then they put it up there. So they weren't going to screw that up. On the pregame show, Kay Adams, Manti Te'o, Robert Griffin III, and Mina Kimes. All right. Okay. All right. There's a lot of people. As I tweeted out, there were 2,000 living NFL retired football players who deserve to be on that set more than Manti Te'o and RG3. You can't debate that issue. Don't waste my time. You can't debate it. You'd be wrong. Okay, but it's a likability contest. Who do we like? It's the big bosses at Netflix and Amazon and ESPN and Fox, and they'll choose who they like. ESPN loved Doggy. They put him on First Take with my buddy Stephen A. because they liked him and he's very good and he's got a historic name. Well, Netflix decided to go a little rogue. They went a little rogue with their group setting there on the desk. I don't have a problem with most broadcasters who do this, but a lot of people were looking at it and they were tweeting about it and talking about it all day. Now, the games were a bust. Both games were blowouts. That hurts. But again, that's another topic that I'm going to get into today. Did you watch football more than basketball? I am a diehard New York Knicks fan. JT the Brick rhymes with Knicks. That's how I got my name. So I got up early out west. I watched some of the Knicks. I watched the Knicks. All the NBA games were really good. There was good storylines in the NBA. But I, like most of America, turned off the NBA, turned it off and didn't even look until LeBron and Steph played at night because I was totally engulfed in football because they're beating these men down. And a couple of these teams, you look at the Ravens and the Steelers, look at the teams that played. They played 3 games in 11 days. That's exactly what the NFL doesn't want to do. The NFL has concussion protocol. Jalen Hurts is in it. If you used to get a concussion back in the days of Fred Biletnikoff and Larry Zonka and even Dan Marino, you'd play the same game. Now you get a concussion and the league goes, uh-oh, wait a second. We got this guy in our league here, the quarterback for the Dolphins, Tua. We can't put anybody who's concussed in the following week. No. That's a new rule, as Bill Maher would say. New rules. If you're concussed, you're out a week. You're not playing the next game. But they're making the players play 3 games in 11 days? I know football players. I work for a team. You know why running backs have their bedrooms on the ground floor? It's because they can't climb the stairs to their master bedroom on Monday and Tuesday. They're so sore and so beat up. And Roger Goodell in the league saying, it doesn't matter. We are in a ratings bonanza. We are expanding to Munich, Sao Paulo, Brazil. We are expanding. We're big in London. We're going to play in Ireland coming up here. You will play when I say. We will make you play all the time if it's good for ratings and the growth of the sport. That's exactly what you saw on Christmas. Did we really need to play football on Christmas to go up against the NBA? Now, if Christmas was on a Saturday or Sunday, I get it, even on a Friday. Did we really have to put those young men in harm's way, clearly nowhere near 100% because their bodies are beat up, and make them play on a Wednesday for Christmas? Was that necessary? Did that need to happen? Probably not. But here's the hook to the entire show. 888 Mad Dog 6. The NFL took out their bazooka, their long-range firing gun that they put on Navy ships miles offshore, and they blew out college football and they blew out the NBA. Oh, you better believe this was thought of. This is why they have NFL owners meetings. This is why they have competition committees. This is why they have an elite television group of NFL owners who make these decisions. You don't think they just put games on Wednesday. No, the NFL let Jeff Bezos come into the world, one of the richest men in the world behind Elon, and said, Jeff Bezos wants in with Amazon, let him in. And then Netflix, one of the most successful tech companies out there, they want to pay for exclusivity, bring them in. We'll take the money. We'll give the money to the owners. The owners will have to give more money to the players, and everybody makes more money. But at what expense? The health of the players. So we saw a couple of games that were blowouts. I watched the NFL all day, keeping an eye, because I knew I'm hosting radio shows, keeping an eye on the NBA, but I didn't tune in. And before you get grouchy with me, don't tell me it's because I don't like the NBA and all these threes. Traditionally, I like the NBA my whole life better than the NFL. It's really close. It's 1 and 1A. But the NBA now has scorned so much of his audience for this pathetic type of play where we're just chucking threes, man. Outlet pass. Remember, an outlet pass used to be 2 passes? Bobby Knight would say in college 4 passes. But in the NBA, 3. And then I got guys like Karl Anthony Towns and Victor Wembanyama shooting threes. Do you know what Patrick Ewing and Kevin McHale would have did, and Bill Laimbeer would have did to Karl Anthony Towns and Victor Wembanyama? They would have dragged them into the post. They would have given them elbows in the ribs. They would have double teamed them. They would have slammed him to the ground. Now in the NBA, you don't have to worry about that because Victor Wembanyama, who had a great game, and Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis, who usually always gets hurt, they love shooting threes, man. They love looking at those threes. So you know what I said? I said, to hell with that garbage product. This is my Christmas. I got my 2 sons and my wife. I'm going to FaceTime mom and dad in New Paltz, New York. My sisters at LBI. I'm not watching the NBA. I watch my Knicks. I'm not going to watch these other 7-footers shoot threes. And I went right to the NFL. And then the broadcast was okay, but I looked on Twitter. And a round of applause for me. Congratulations. Twitter's a sewer. I'm terrible at Twitter most of the time, or X. And I only had 1 tweet yesterday. My wife said, "Get the hell off that Twitter, will you? It's Christmas." I tweeted Merry Christmas. I was jinxed. I was jonesing. I needed a hit. I kept walking by my phone saying, "Oh my God, there's my phone. It wants me to tweet. Fans are yelling at me. Raider fans are yelling at me that I don't want to tank. I want to win. I want to look at my Twitter." I did it. I got through the day. I didn't have to take a hit. I didn't have to Jones today when I got up and tweeted out the show. So as I open up the show on Mad Dog, in for Christopher Mad Dog Russo today, I didn't even get to a third of the topics of want to hit on. But the big one is simply this. The NFL is expanding at an alarming rate. They are expanding internationally, and they are expanding with their money, with their streaming numbers that are coming in. Every owner in the NFL has the right to make as much money as they can, and they make billions of dollars. But because they collectively bargain with the players' union, the players make more money. And it's really at a point now where the players have to figure out if there's too many games. Again, if you're Patrick Mahomes, if you win on Christmas, you get a bye week. There is upside and downside. If you lose all the games, like the Steelers have lost 3 in a row, oh my God, you can imagine what Mike Tomlin's going to say on Hard Knocks. I mean, the Steelers can't beat anybody now. And the Steelers, you make them play 3 times in 11 games, they're all beat up. Oh my God, those guys are banged up and they're not winning on top of it. Mahomes is getting another bye week. He plays on Thursday night. He gets a bye week. I mean, it's great if you're winning like the Chiefs. But if you're not winning, all of a sudden you're playing all these games in a row and it just beats you down. But I think the bigger topic was the fact that Netflix pulled it off. And there are some people alarmed by that and saying we're going to a pay-per-view world. We're going to a world of pay-per-view the rest of our lives. That's all we're going to do is pay-per-view the rest of our lives. And they might be right. I have to buy this stuff for a write-off. I'm a sports talk host. Anything I buy, I write off on my taxes. You know, I got Peacock. They made me get Peacock. But I like this really good show that was on Peacock, The Day of the Jackal. Loved the show with Eddie Redmayne. So I feel like my Peacock money is worth. I got 12 boxes coming to my home a day, not on Christmas. I got boxes all day, so I guess I'm a member of Amazon Prime, so I get my Amazon football. I love Netflix as I opened up the show. Told you I love my Netflix, so I don't mind that they put there. But you got to remember, there's a lot of people in this country that don't have it as good as you or other people. We got millions upon millions of people in this country that don't have a smart TV. They don't have a streaming app. Just because you do and your bar does and your casino does, that doesn't mean the majority of the flyovers and people all over the country have it. And the league basically said on Christmas, bah humbug. If you have network television, you can't watch our games unless you sign up for Netflix. And then the big one, Beyonce. Wow, Queen Bee. That was one of the greatest performances in the history of football concerts ever conceived, ever performed. I don't want to hear about your politics. I'm not taking calls about her husband. What she tried to accomplish was as big as any Super Bowl halftime show ever assembled, and she's done one. It was bigger than the one she did. Beyonce decided to go off the script and do country because she's in Houston for the state of Texas. So she didn't stay in her wheelhouse and do all of her songs, all the songs that she's done with Destiny's Child and all of her famous songs. And I don't think she's got a billion of them, but she's got enough songs that people recognize. She went pure country. And next thing you know, Post Malone's there and her daughter's there, and she's got all these special guests, Shabuzi. And I said to my wife, I go, oh my God, how much did they spend on this? My wife looked at me, she said, yeah, Netflix paid her because they wanted to have a big pow, a big moment. She absolutely destroyed it. I live in Vegas. Okay, we had the Super Bowl here, the most recent Super Bowl. They had Usher on roller skates. It sucked. It was not great. Usher is not great. And Beyonce said, I'll go into Houston and I'll take that paycheck from Netflix and I'll give you a Super Bowl performance. Every single person who covers media says that was a top 5 Super Bowl performance all time, and it wasn't even the Super Bowl. So Netflix and the NFL came together in secret meetings to crush college football and the NBA. That is the topic. So much so at the end of the Laker win, and Austin Reeves making that buzzer beater layup was pretty fabulous. As soon as LeBron went to the camera, LeBron said, I like the NFL, but today's our day. No. It wasn't your day. It was the NFL, LeBron. But LeBron and Steph put on an unbelievable show. And I watched it, and I thought that game, the last 2 minutes of the Warriors and Laker game was iconic. I mean, stream the last minute, 10 seconds of that, and you'll see basketball at a wild level. It was unbelievable. So with all this that happened yesterday, I think the biggest, you notice I haven't even gotten to the box scores yet. Is there a problem with C.J. Stroud? Yeah, it looks like he forgot how to play football. Looks like he just forgot how to play football. Is there a problem with the Steelers? Yeah, the Steelers want to be a 500 team or one game over 500 every year, but they don't look like they're going to play well in the playoffs, and they're already in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen for MVP? That's a great topic because a lot of people think Josh Allen deserves it with air quotes because he's got a lot of stats, but Lamar Jackson's stats are better. And let me remind everybody who struggles with this topic again. Very simple. The MVP is not about the best player on the best team. It has nothing to do with that. The MVP in baseball, basketball, football, and hockey goes to the best player, period. It is a stat. It's not, oh, we like the Bills and Josh Allen's the MVP. It doesn't work that way. Joe Burrow is in the MVP conversation, probably won't make the playoffs. Doesn't matter. You win the MVP in football because of yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are neck and neck. So they got 2 games left remaining. I think both of those teams, both those quarterbacks might have a chance to sit out, and that might cost them the MVP. I think that Josh Allen is the leader in the clubhouse, but not so fast. I think Lamar, if you look at his rushing yards, passing yards, touchdowns, limited interceptions compared to Josh Allen, as of now, it's a pick 'em. And if Lamar wins it, that would be his 3rd MVP. Aaron Rodgers has 4. He has 4. That'd be 3 for Lamar. And that'd still be none for Josh Allen. And a lot of people think Josh Allen deserves to get his first. You don't deserve anything. You either win it or not. So what did I tell you? I told you I'd give you 20 minutes of outstanding sports talk. No notes, no teleprompters, no one talking in my ear telling me what to say, no one watching sports for me, no one telling me what I should talk about on the show. This is me. I'm ready to roll today. Are you ready to go? It's an honor to fill in for Doggy. When you do, you take it seriously. This isn't about Christmas cookies and what I got for Christmas and your traffic commute. I talk sports. I kind of stick to sports, but I mentioned Queen Bee, Beyonce in the monologue. Let's hear from you as we get this thing rolling. 888 Mad Dog 6. And when we come back, I think there's a problem for a couple of teams in the NFL. I'm going to give you my theory on winning versus tanking, which has got everybody freaking out. I mean, I think I need to hire a police escort when I go to the grocery store because I'm one of the only guys who don't want to lose. I got a bunch of losers and fans saying, no, it's good to lose. It's good to lose. I'll get into that today and all of our great guests. You want to get in at 888 Mad Dog 6, do me a favor. You can follow my YouTube channel, JT the Brick YT. YT's for YouTube. Subscribe for free and share, and you'll get these 20-minute rants, and you'll know more than anybody else out there. We're ready to roll. Honor to be here. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. This is Mad Dog Sports Radio. All right. So I'm hitting this launch meeting, and I put that in. So I'm going to get my son in here to copy and paste. Oh, there it is. Hey, I'm in there. I'm going to be talking to these YouTube people for a second. I'll be right back. Wow, that was pretty good, huh, man? We ready to roll, everybody? All right. I'll keep this to the bottom of the hour. Thanks for not missing a show. Yeah, that's called the monologue, man. Not many can do it like that. It takes, Carla knows it takes too long for people on radio shows to warm up. I don't need a warm up. I don't need like a warm up and a timeout. I go 20 minutes hard. Everybody being behaved and nice in the chat. I don't have to put anybody in Big D timeout. We're good. No Lee Sterling today, Lee. This is my Sirius XM show, which I'm not going to stream because they're a streaming service. So I just did the first 20 minutes. I'm probably going to come out of break, do another 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll blow out of here, and I'll be back tomorrow a little bit earlier. What do you think of the brick background? Huh? The brick background. So, guys, we just took the first break, and I'm going to throw to the Mad Dog Sports Bite at the bottom of the hour with Zig, correct? And then we'll have another break. So I took one break. We'll have the Sports Bite at the bottom of the hour, and then there's 2 more breaks. Right. And one, including the. All right. So I'm going to go about 5 minutes here and throw it to Zig for the Sports Bite. Yep. Wow. So he's at 335, not 330, correct? Yeah. And his name again is Danon Hughes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, stay on me. Stay on me with this, please. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Start off with the guy who went to the Houston game. JT back with you. As a small business owner, every new hire added to your team needs to be an MVP caliber player. And with limited hiring resources, you don't have the luxury of getting it wrong. You need to feel confident that your candidate is going to perform when the game is on the line. With LinkedIn Jobs, you can feel confident knowing that your small business is choosing from the highest quality talent available. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network with access to more than 1 billion professionals with the unique skills and experience you need. Your next standout star could be one of them, someone who's ready to put in the work and make an immediate impact on your team. You can confidently find and hire professionals you can't find anywhere else with LinkedIn Jobs, where 86% of small market businesses get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. So hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn to hire the right person for your role and post your job for free. Go to linkedin.com/Russo. That's linkedin.com/Russo to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Appreciate everybody being here today. I'm fired up, obviously, because I thought today was one of the best days to be on radio all year when it comes to the ability to talk sports about business topics. One of the things, I'm a former stockbroker. When I see business and sports, like I would never give Brock Purdy $50 million. I wouldn't give Brock Purdy $50 million. I don't care if it's a game show, if he's on Survivor or wherever he plays quarterback. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He plays on a very good team. If you put Brock Purdy on some of the bad teams in the league, you wouldn't be giving him $50 million. He might not even be starting. You don't know. He's a good player. I wouldn't give Dak 60. And when I saw Netflix doing a better job than Amazon, I said, ooh, I got to get that in the show. Netflix looked to be just better than the clunkiness of Amazon when it came out. And the NBA, a lot of people got fired up for the NBA because the games were really good. But there's a lot of NBA bashing going on now. There are a lot of fans who are politically hinged. They don't like LeBron, or they don't like the three-pointers, or there's a lot of drama with the NBA. There is. There are some problems with the NBA, mostly load management, but everybody wants to play hard on Christmas, as I've often said. The NBA season starts on Christmas. That's why they have that lame Emirates NBA Cup, because no one wants to play. No one's in shape. No one's playing defense. So they try to engage the players and say, hey, you can play for some fake banner and some meaningless trophy and make a little extra money if you win this thing. The NBA season started yesterday. It started yesterday. That was day one. We'll see if they can build on that momentum. All right, let's get going. Mike in Houston. Start us off. He was at the Texans game yesterday, and man, were the Texans embarrassed in their home building. What's going on, Mike? I mean, I went and saw Rush 54 times. I'm a Jerry Garcia deadhead. I like Tragically Hip. Beyonce's not my thing, but I was very entertained. I thought she did a great job. She came in on a horse. She got off the horse. She was dancing. There were a band there. She put on it was better than a Super Bowl show. All right. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. I'm on the radio as much as anybody. Find me on my other platforms. I appreciate you checking in. The Texans are in trouble. The sad part is the Texans are going to go into the playoffs as a non-playoff team. They already punched their ticket. They won the division, and they look dead on arrival. Losing Stephon Diggs, losing Tank Dell, they are dead on arrival. They're done. And amazing if they do get fortunate. I want to get into it with the analyst for Kansas City coming up. The matchup for the Chiefs, all I want is the Chiefs to have to play Baltimore and Buffalo. But they did last year on the road, and they won. Now they're going to get these teams at home. Let me go to Dan in New York, who wants to comment on the Raider Nation and the problems they're having. Go ahead, Dan. That's all you got, Dan? Okay. You didn't have the energy to get on this show. I don't know how you got on. You got to be more excited to talk to me than that. The problem with the Raiders, who I've been with for 27 years, is they have good players. They have good players. The roster's pretty good. It is. They are second in the league behind Detroit in players out or on injured reserve for the year. They got decimated. They were 2-2. Remember, the Raiders were 2-2 with a loss to Carolina. They should have been 3-1. And I thought the Raiders would win, 8, 9 games maybe. The Raiders fell apart because of injuries. And now a lot of Raider fans are upset that they won a game down the stretch because they want Shador. They wanted a tank for Shador. And I'll dive into this throughout the broadcast. No player or coach tanks. They all play their ass off. They all show up and lift weights, even if they've only won 2, 3, 4 games. They all work for the owner and the GM and the coach, and they stay in line because if they get cut and they don't play again, they have to end up on another team. And the only way they're going to end up on another team is by proving they don't tank. No tanking. Now, the Giants are tanking and very close to that because of what happened with Daniel Jones and shutting him down. But most of these teams, even Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, who's now injured, a lot of players, the Niners are out of the playoffs. NFL players play their ass off. They put their brains and bodies on the line for you, for entertainment purposes. It's not entertainment to the players, coaches, and their wives and their kids. They're there to win football games. And if you have a bad season, it's imperative to turn it around in the offseason. When we come back, we'll talk to the analyst of the Chiefs who will join us. And what an honor it is to say again, the guy I've been working with from the beginning of my career. I get this epic voice today. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, your Mad Dog Sports Bite, the great Zig Fracassi. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Jumping off. We'll be on tomorrow early. Tomorrow we'll be on at 9 a.m. Pacific for the Must Listen monologue. Share this stream if you can. I appreciate it.